Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you an inexpensive way that you can make a deep watering system for your garden, depending on the scale and whatever trees or plants that you want to get regular water but at a deeper level than your traditional dripper system, for example. So here we go. Here's about a 9-foot mango tree right behind me. What I did earlier, and again, everything's based on your scale. So if you have a small garden, it doesn't obviously make sense for you to go to this, length to do this. So I took a standard tree post as such that you could find at any Home Depot or Lowe's. It's about 1.5 inches in diameter. I took it and just hammered it into the ground next to the base of the tree. Let me show you. Right over here, and let's measure how far deep. I'm ideally trying to get 2 feet, and this looks to be about perfect, literally 2 feet. I just hammered it in, kind of guesstimated, and it's 2 feet, but it's 1 inch off the ground. So I'm gonna, let's just say 25 inch for this one example, and I did this for all my other trees. Some trees I did 2. If they weren't in the grass area, like the mangoes in the grass area, it's always getting watered like a couple times a day. So I only wanted to do 1 deep watering system at the base. And for other ones like this lemon tree here, or this blue Java plum, which are not in grass, I did 2, 1 hole on either sides. We'll measure and cut accordingly. Okay, so here's the next step. Here's the ABS pipe that I bought, 10-foot length. We're going to measure. The mango tree hole was at 24 inches, so I'm gonna go at 25 inches on this to have it stick out just a little bit above the ground. All right, you could either mark it or just get an eyeball estimate of where it is. There's writing all along the pipe, so you could just see where the 25 lines up with the writing that's already printed on the pipe. So boom, I got a visual. You could use whatever tools you have, whether just a handsaw or power tools. In my case, I'm going to use a power tool here. Be careful, obviously, when doing this. If you have another person who could help, great. So hold the pipe firmly. Here we go. Careful, it's a little hot. Clean up the edges. You just like rub it on concrete or the ground. All right. So once you've made your cut, you're going to take the cap. The cap is actually just as expensive as the entire 10-foot piece of the ABS pipe, so it's kind of funny. Take the ABS cement glue. Swap the outside. And now the inside of the cap. And then fit on. Perfect, there you go. Next thing is drilling the holes where the water will exit once it enters from the top. Here's a sample one. I just went ahead and finished this one right now. The cap is already on there, it's stuck, it's solid. I put my first hole about 1.5 inches from the bottom. I didn't want too much water to sit there idly. I could put one at the bottom, so I'm still kind of debating if I should do that, or if I want to do that, I could always pull it out and drill that hole later. But for right now, just like having first hole 1.5 inches from the bottom, then another one 3 inches from there, 3 inches from there, 3 inches from there. And then for the next 3 holes, I increased it from 3 inches apart to 4 inches. So 4 inches, 4 inches, 4 inches. And then there you go. If this was in the ground, you have your first 4 holes that are 3 inches apart, then the next 3 that are 4 inches apart, and here's the top right here. So this we can now go ahead and put into the ground, run our drip irrigation system right through the top, and the tree now has deep watering. Right, so here's the final product. I hammered that ABS pipe. Once I put the cap on, drilled the holes back into the ground, put my little dripper tubes back into it. I just left a little whatchamacallit thing to stick it into the ground. In here, watch, it's about to fill up here. This is again 2 feet into the ground. You can hear the water. And there you go, a deep watering system. Very inexpensive way to do it.